So.
Come to the back of the boat. And this episode, we decided to dive into the chronology of one Senior Adam Sandler, which is one of your favorites, along with Ryan Reynolds, as we've discussed in the past. So
Yes, very much so.
As opposed to some other movie topics, this is one that is near and dear to your heart that you are well versed in. So I'm excited to dive in on that front.
Yes, indeed.
We've discussed that we're going to reveal our number 10s together, and then we work our way down to our number 1 and laugh, chide, or discuss as necessary.
I like
so,
it.
Sir, are you ready to begin?
I'm ready. Are
with
you
numero dos.
Yeah, I'm good.
Number 10, sir. What do you got?
10. It's a new one. It's a fresh one. Happy Gilmore 2.
Okay.
Just made the cut. It might be recency bias. It might be all the homage to the old things. But I can't say that it's overly a crazy good movie. But it's fun tribute to the Adam Sandler universe and Happy Gilmore. For sure.
All right.
So.
Yeah, that one did not make my list.
Not surprised.
I really enjoyed it for the first probably hour and 15 minutes or so.
That's fair.
I would have chosen to, one, spoiler alert, have them not kill his wife, Julie Bowen.
That's
Again,
an early spoiler
alert.
the hour 15-minute thing. That's not.
And I would have enjoyed it, I think, a lot more if it had just been him struggling to make, I don't know, was it 32nd place or something that he needed to get, or 15th place or something in the open, and instead he gets 4th, but then the rest of the movie happens, which, again, isn't terrible by any means, but it felt at times a little phoned in. And again, it was just a pure nostalgia tour.
Yeah.
Just doused with cameos. Some of them fantastic. Some of them were like, oh, I don't know if I like that. Rory McIlroy being one. He was a little... I think he could have done more. Felt a little bland. But I think that's just kind of Rory.
Yeah, for me it felt very Rory, though. You put Rory on, that's seemed very fitting for him as him.
I think the part that made me laugh out loud the most in the second half was when Scotty Scheffler gets... The cops come up to arrest him. And he goes, "Not again," which is a brilliant reference to his own life that most people who don't watch golf wouldn't care about, and even those that do might not remember, but it was really well placed, and he delivered it perfectly.
And for him to be willing to go do that, just...
Yeah, so, I mean, it felt, again, especially like the last 15, 20 minutes, it felt like they were like, let's just go way up here and see what happens. So, Happy Gilmore, there's a little suspension of disbelief that this guy comes out of nowhere to hit 480 yards and win the U.S. Open. But it was grounded in some reality.
Yeah.
The last 25 minutes of the movie felt very not that. which is more of a symptom of some of his other films.
Yeah.
Like Little Nicky or You Don't Mess with Zohan or other related movies like Master of Disguise or The Love Guru, or where it's like it's absurd for absurd's sake.
Yep.
Versus Happy Gilmore, the first one is like there's a little bit of absurdity, but it's based in reality, and that's what the juxtaposition is what makes it funnier.
Yeah.
So that's why it would probably be maybe top 20-ish for me if I was to list out that far, but
that's fair.
Yeah.
And again, recency bias could be playing in the fact that I've followed his rise all along, and it is tying together so many different films in the universe, shall we say, from Happy Gilmore being fairly realistic to the completely absurd. So, yeah, it was a good time.
All right. Well, my number 10, massive departure, is the more gritty Uncut Gems.
Yes.
Have you
I
seen
knew
it?
I knew this would make your list. I didn't know where.
Have you seen it?
I have not yet.
Okay. Again,
It's on the list.
This we talked about this before when we were discussing Will Ferrell. I like the more serious turn from comedic actors, like him, like Will Ferrell, like Robin Williams.
Yeah.
And this one really caught me off guard because the trailer didn't really entice me too much. But I found myself really engrossed in his performance, and just this. The whole movie is him just trying to fix a thing, and everything going poorly.
That does sound very Adam Sandler, though.
Right.
I mean, let's be honest.
Right.
It might be more serious, but that's very Adam Sandler.
Right, and then Kevin Garnett showing up and doing a really great job. It's just the resolution is always just right there for his character, and it's just something just zoop, zoop. And it was the first time I've seen him carry a film with that much drama and depth to it, and have me be like, "Oh no, that wasn't Adam Sandler. That was a different character completely." And he did it from start to finish. So that one really surprised me. So, again, the overall viewing experience, I don't necessarily think I will go back to it again and again and again because it's a darker, grittier movie.
Yeah. Yep.
But it kind of felt a little bit like Anora without feeling so like bleh afterwards. So, that kind of feel. Uncut Gems.
I like it.
Number 9.
Number 9. Click.
Click. Click, click, boom.
Click. Discussing this actually with Katie before, like, putting the list together, and this was coming up. She's like, yeah, that wouldn't make my top 10. And she didn't like all the, like, controlling of people and the way that was position put out there. I think for me, the thing, well, one, it's got one of my favorite actresses in it, so that helps carry the movie along. And it's funny, but would you really want to fast forward through things in life? Would you want to skip things? Would you? Yeah, there's the moments in life where, it'd be funny to hit pause and smack somebody a bunch of times and then hit play.
Oh, my face hurts. What a headache. Oh, David Hasselhoff.
Played that role so well. You gotta love him. For me, that movie, it's fun, but it actually, as you watch it, there's an introspective, okay, yeah, there's the things in life, but that's actually the magic of life is those things that seem a lot of times in the moment are the things that form us, are the things that we find the most joy in retrospectively a lot of times, or we find the most growth in.
Yeah.
And it pushes that and challenges that in a comedic way, and ultimately gives him the choice in the end. Do you want to skip all this stuff? Do you want to skip what life is really about? Or do you want to live life, the good and the bad? And it's Adam Sandler.
It's fun. That was in the conversation for me. That one probably landed at 11. So it was on the list, and then I jockeyed, and it ended up at 11. So
I feel that.
Also really like it. I haven't seen it in quite a while, but I think Adam Sandler, when he is really successful for me, is that type of story where it's in a somewhat outlandish plot line, but it brings it back to what's truly important. Even Happy Gilmore. Like, at first he's like, I definitely don't like golf. Golf is stupid. I'm not going to follow these rules. And along the way, he's like, well, maybe I can soften a little, and then maybe the golf can bend a little, and then they find the happy medium and, find the true value and the meaning of, like, where friendship and love and where it's grounded. I think he toes that line really well.
I think that's one of the great things on Happy Gilmore, too, how when he came into it saying, this is a stupid sport, it's dumb, it's not fun, it's not high speed, then the other league comes in that brings that in, and he goes, wait a minute, we're not going to do that. Mm-hmm. The role reversal flip of that was one of the things that I did enjoy about that, of how his journey had taken him back there.
Yeah. All right. Number 9. I have Mr. Deeds.
Oh, yes.
Very much a throwback for me. This one came out when I was a senior in high school, and I saw it in theaters at least 2 or 3 times. Was right after I was able to like drive and like go to a theater whenever I wanted and watch what I wanted to. And I really liked it. I liked, again, him playing not the comedic role, but everyone around him being fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, Hank Azaria and John Turturro and very sneaky, sir. Very, very sneaky. Even the "Can you hear me, Major Tom" scene in the plane, where the pilots like pop up from the curtain. It's great. It was probably the first Adam Sandler movie that came out new, and I watched it versus like having seen something that was on tape or rented from Blockbuster or something. So there's a little bit of nostalgia for me there, and I also seen the Jimmy Stewart original that Mr. Deeds Goes to Washington prior to that, so I got to see that, how it played off it, and where it obviously deviated and where it held true to it. I'd like to watch it again. It's been probably 10 years.
I'm in that same camp, for sure.
I remember thoroughly enjoying it. Again, I saw it in theaters at least 3 times. I owned it. I own it on DVD. Probably watched it another 5 or 6 times since then. Oh,
that's a great pick. It was, as I talked about when we were coming into this, my top 6 to 15 is kind of interchangeable to some extent, and that was one that was, does it make the cut? Do I put it in there? Spoiler, it didn't make the top 10, but it could have easily been. It was in there at one point, and it got moved around. And recency bias might have brought some in over that one, because like I haven't seen it in 10 years. Had I watched it more recently, I might have slid that one right in there and bumped something else. But yeah, that's a fun one.
All right.
So many great moments.
The Ocho.
All right.
What do you got?
We're going to head to the cartoon world now. Hotel Transylvania.
Whoa!
Yes.
Whoa! All right. Okay, out of left field. Okay.
Are you surprised with me out of left field of anything?
No, I'm not. All right. I thought it was fine. Kids have watched it once, I think. I think he did a good job with the voice of being the vampire dad. But I didn't leave it going, man, I want to see more of that. And I know they've made, what, 2? 2 more, I think?
Let's have a look.
There's 4 of them now. I believe 4. Tell me if I'm wrong, David. It is 4.
So there's 3 Hotel Transylvanias, and then there's a Hotel Transylvania short, I guess.
Okay.
At least in terms of Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Well, what did you love about it?
Again, for me, the undertone of Adam Sandler is the family community aspect, and what do those things look like and get flushed out. I think that's the thing that our family, it is one that we've seen in the house a bunch of times, the goofy characters and the silliness of it, but the development of family and how do you interact with things that are changing and different, and especially as a dad, the dad trying to, a dad without a mom theme going on here, but dad trying to protect the child, but really that's not the best thing for the child or the family, and how does that flush out, and how do you grow through that? And you could see his best of intentions all go Adam Sandler awry gloriously. And just a fun, goofy film, but with a good undertone of family values and navigating being a parent, I think, is the thing that shows up for me.
Yeah.
And definitely the first one I enjoyed greatly. The others were a little more, there's still some family undertone, but not the same.
All right.
So, yeah.
Great. My number 8 is Bedtime Stories.
Mm-hmm.
Great pick.
Yeah. You a fan?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This is one where my yes. My kids saw the picture when we were kind of looking through Netflix one day, and I had never seen it.
Gosh.
So I was like, yeah, let's give it a shot. If there's something that's like, I can turn it off, knowing that it was an Adam Sandler, but it's also only PG. So.
Yep.
And I was enamored with it. I thought it was, again, similar to like a Stranger Than Fiction, but a little bit more comedic, where it's the not normal circumstances that come into real life that were fantastic. You know,
Yes.
the gumballs showing up and and him trying to make things happen before he realized that it's only what the kids say that can happen. I thought it was great. I think Guy Pearce as the bad guy just knocked it out of the park. Russell Brand, he can grate on me, but I liked him in this part as his friend.
Yeah, you got a good dose of him, but not over the top.
Right? Yep.
He's a good balance.
Mm-hmm. I think Lucy Lawless as the hotel attendant that he just hates is
Yes.
so good. Oh man! And then I think Carrie Russell is so cute, and she was great as the love interest that you don't expect coming. As an audience, we do, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
And then it just, it was great. I found it super sweet, and again, it's rooted in family, and not only his backstory with his dad and wanting to be the owner of the hotel like he was promised, but getting to connect with his niece and nephew that he doesn't usually get to see, and saving the day at the end, and getting them to be the knight in shining armor. It was a very well made, well executed kid movie. So nice job, Adam. Way to go.
Oh yeah. And it's a fun ride for adults. That's the. I can go back and watch it. Kids don't have to be present. And again, it was in one of the original top 10 lists of mine, and then got moved around. So
okay.
When I left the house, we had determined it was at 11. So just missed that.
Okay.
But great pick. Great movie.
Thanks, man. Number 7.
So, number 7. I don't know if it falls into animated or regular. Maybe a little hybrid, possibly. Pixels.
Okay. I have not seen Pixels, so I'll kind of have to rely on you for this one.
Well, and for you, I don't know if it would land the same. It would make sense for you not seeing it, being that I am definitely the resident video game nerd between the two of us. Mm-hmm. Have you seen Pixels, David?
I don't know if I've seen it. Yeah.
Big Pac-Man going through destroying the world.
Yeah, I think I've seen cuts of it, bits of it here and there.
Yeah,
but,
if you didn't grow up
but not really.
with video games, a lot of it probably doesn't land the same because it's just a slapstick Adam Sandler. The world is being taken over by the video games we grew up with. How do we defeat them? Let's get the nerds and go fight video games.
Okay.
And the army with which is the one that goes back and forth? I can't remember the
Space Invaders?
Yeah, Space Invaders, where they're doing this movement. They're like, how do we beat them? And he's like, this is how you do it. like the army couldn't figure it out, but and then using some
go left and then right.
And Pac-Man and getting the creator of Pac-Man into the movie. Spoiler, he didn't last very long.
All right.
I like the opening, the description of this one. When aliens misinterpret video game feeds of classic arcade games as a declaration of war, they attack the Earth in the form of those video games.
Sure.
Exactly.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Here's $200 million.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's a 5.6 out of 10 on IMDb.
That seems about right. That's fair. If I didn't have the video game background in me, I'm sure it wouldn't be. But growing up with all those games and being a gaming nerd, it was just fun. It was a good time.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I might pop it in. I mean, like Wreck-It Ralph with that video game nostalgia. That really hit for me. Free Guy a little bit. And then even the newest Matrix where like he's creating he's creating the game world as part of the movie.
I haven't seen the newest Matrix, so I can't relate to that.
Interesting.
But I would definitely Wreck-It Ralph, Free Guy, Pixels. I would go in that order. just putting that out there.
It's not the top. Yeah.
Still, I greatly enjoy it, and I'd sit down and watch it again in a second.
All right. Love to hear it.
Well, that brings us to Tim's number 7.
Yes. That would be Grown Ups.
Great pick.
I actually recently watched this because I had never seen it. And I had always seen the picture of them, on their tubes at the water park and thought it looked funny, but also thought it was a little weird how they edited Chris Rock into that photo. I don't know if you've taken a glance at it, but it's literally all 4 of them going down a water slide on tubes, and Chris Rock is just standing in the middle like this.
I guess I've never looked close. Now I'm going to have to.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
All right. So as soon as that indicator goes away, see how he's just photoshopped in there?
I guess I never looked that close, but yeah, he definitely just kind of...
I would say it kind of fits the character in the movie.
Yeah,
where he's sort of like the afterthought of his family.
Yep.
It's like, shoot, we forgot Chris.
Everybody hates
Put
Chris.
him in the middle.
Just throw him in there somewhere.
No one will notice.
Apparently you did.
Easy to pull out for Chinese markets.
I would say, at least, especially with the Rob Schneider stuff, it teetered a little bit on the too gimmicky for it to land, but everything else was really good for my enjoyment's sake. I felt like some of the acting choices were a little interesting, where like they would show like the good-natured ribbing about their weight or getting older or whatever.
Yep.
Their acting made it look like it like landed and actually hurt, but then they never dressed it again, which seemed weird. It felt like they were kind of prepping for like, this whole group has like a come to Jesus moment about, we got to stop being such jerks to each other, and nope, that's they just do that, and then the movie ends. Like, they do have a little sweet moment at the end where they're all talking about how much they mean to each other, and I'd never sleep with your daughter. That kind of stuff.
That's a good standard to keep with your guy friends.
Set that bar real low.
But there was never a like, man, I apologize for talking about how fat you are all the time. I shouldn't have done that. Or, I thought they were going to like bring up that maybe Kevin James's character had like prostate cancer or something because he has a hard time going to the bathroom, and that becomes a thing through the movie. And nope, it's just a comedic gag where there's blue ink in the pool. So most of it landed, and some of it was like, I don't know. But, solid overall.
Yeah.
I have not seen the sequel. But.
And I'm trying to remember, because I haven't seen the sequel in a while myself, if that would actually wrap up some of those things you're talking about or not. Because it was fun. It was goofy, but I don't remember that one like I remember the first one, for sure. I've seen the first one many more times.
Mm-hmm. I did laugh out loud when Rob Schneider's, we see the first daughter, it's this 6 foot tall, legs for days, blue-eyed blonde girl, and then this gorgeous Asian girl, and this short woman with a mullet looks just like Rob Schneider. Like, oh yeah, no, that one makes sense. That one I can.
Like Joe Dirt is a daughter. Oh yeah, that was comedic gold. And I just, as a parent, I really enjoyed when they were reminiscing about the old time, and at some point they're talking about getting wasted, and the kids overhear it.
What
are you guys talking about? Oh, it's when you have too much ice cream.
I want to get wasted.
I want to get chocolate wasted. And just the realness of that as an adult, as you talk about something, you don't realize the kids are listening. Also, and they're like, "What was that?" Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And how much they do pick up and listen.
Yeah. Or even the little moment where his son, Adam Sandler's son, picks up the rock, and he's like far away from him. He's like, "Come on, throw it in the lake, throw it at a tree, throw it at your brother, throw it at something." He just drops it. It's like, oh man, what have I raised?
Yes.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. So there you go. Number 6.
Number 6. Grown-ups.
Hey!
Hey!
Whoa! How about that?
So I just had it one higher than you.
Boom,
Yeah.
baby.
Slight overlap there. Yeah,
That's our first semi-overlap.
yeah, it was
It's
an
6.5.
It's an overlap. It's an overlap.
Yeah,
It counts.
Close enough.
How about that?
Yeah.
Would you like to say more?
No, I think we kind of flushed it out. I kind of knew it was going to work out that way, so I just kind of summarized most everything. I think the one thing that I would add is just I think often now as an adult, going back to, I don't live in the town where I grew up, and something to the moving away, going back there, kind of reverting back to some of those things that you grew up with, or what is that, looking back on the time and what your memories are of that time versus what some of those things were or weren't. Like when it comes to them playing the basketball game and how everybody that lives there, they're living and dying on that, where the rest of them have moved away and kind of created another life, and they're more than just that.
Right.
And what that, because we always have rose-colored glasses as we look back at a lot of things in our life. But then you get the opportunity to be exposed to some of those things, or you actually go do one of these things that you thought so fondly of, and it doesn't land the same as you've matured and changed. And it feels different. And I thought they played some of that out really well. What's really important in life, what matters, and how sometimes the way we view some of those things or how we treat people can use some adjustment over time. That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be the one thing I'd add.
All right. Love it.
On
So
to you.
Then we're back to
you.
me. Then we're back to me. All right. My next one's going to be...
Technical difficulties.
Murder Mystery.
Yeah, there we go.
I didn't hear it, folks.
My next one's Murder Mystery.
I'm actually really surprised at the next one.
My next one's Murder Mystery.
Shocking.
Aha! Aha! Didn't see that coming, did you?
No. It was a mystery to me.
Have you seen this?
No, it's a mystery.
You haven't seen it?
I have not seen it.
Wow. Okay.
Remember, my list is big. Even for Adam Sandler, my list is shockingly bigger than I would think it would be. But as I went through this, there's a lot I still haven't seen.
Okay. Yeah. This is another one that kind of caught me by surprise. I watched it because my wife wanted to one night. Netflix original. I wasn't expecting much. But I thought the pairing of him and Jennifer Aniston, which is not the first time they've done it, but this is the one I liked the most. And I'm a big fan of kind of that murder mystery comedy, like the movie Clue. I really enjoy, and this is kind of an updated Adam Sandler version of that. Where he's this guy that wants to be a detective but can never quite pass the exam, and they go on this boat cruise where someone gets murdered, and he's the only one on the boat because they won't let anyone on or off to try to solve the crime, so he has to sort of step up, and it's great. It was really fun, and they made it was successful enough to make a sequel.
Yeah.
Which sort of justified its own existence with one scene from Ryan Reynolds that you'd probably think was hysterical.
All right.
So you might need to watch the first one, probably enjoy it, just to watch the second one for that one scene in context. But
Noted. I like it.
it's great.
So one of the things I haven't seen this. I just went looking for a couple things here. This movie set a new Netflix record when it released. They claim that in the first 3 days, almost 31 million accounts watched the film.
Yeah.
In 3 days.
So that's probably like 50 million people.
That's pretty wild.
I mean, not that anybody shares on Netflix. That doesn't have
Never,
Netflix.
never, ever.
Yep.
Never, ever.
No.
Yeah, I do like the measurement of 31 million accounts. It's cool.
So there you go. Murder Mystery. Would recommend.
All right. Well, for the final five, should we flip it and you can go to your number 5 and then back to me?
Sure.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Surprisingly, is The Wedding Singer.
No way.
You didn't see that coming.
I'm shocked.
That came out of left field.
This is another one I've only seen maybe 3 times, but I have been enamored every time I've watched it. I really like the interplay between him and Drew Barrymore, so I think that plays really well. That'll pop up again on this list.
Spoiler.
No spoilers, sorry. It was one of his first leading parts in any movie, and I think he did great in it. Without it being just that over-the-top Sandler-ness. There's a sweetness to the movie with some real-life, dramatic scenarios that are played really well, I think. And just overall, I enjoy sitting down and watch the movie. So I'll do it again soon.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it, enjoyed it. I don't think it makes the top 15, though. Well, my number 5, as you mentioned, too, coming up, and a co-star on screen, and maybe one of your picks coming up down the line, 50 First Dates.
Hey, there we go. Spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
Go on, sir.
As we've talked about with all the Adam Sandler-esque movies, the family story arc of it, and for me, I think really looking at my own life, and my wife has had health challenges and battles, not amnesia, forgetting who I am. Some days it might be better, but still love you. The truly caring and loving for somebody and showing up, what does that look like, and what are you willing to do for them through thick and thin, through everything. And I think it was one of the first Adam Sandler films that I saw that was still obviously comedy, but really felt that heart piece in it of a truly just deep, caring, introspective look of what does it look like to love somebody unconditionally, almost, I would say. Would be the way that I would summarize that. Knowing that the love that he shares with her may never be reciprocated the same or felt the same, but still showing up every day, trying to do it all over again,
right,
and again.
Right. Yeah, I would say it lands for me, which obviously, as I mentioned, we'll touch on a little bit. I like the movie The Notebook, which there's an aspect of this in the modern day story. But this is what if that happened when you first met her? And I really enjoyed how that was played out. I think the family around her was great. Sean Astin as the brother was hysterical.
So good.
And again, to your
Such
point
a
of
doofus.
when he first hears about her condition, just that moment of oh, can I, should I, do I want to?
Yeah.
And then diving in and the ending where it's the video and so sweet.
Yes.
So
Might be
good.
a teary eye or two there.
Tons of laughs. 10-second Tom is great. Hi, I'm Tom. Hi, I'm Tom.
Hi, Tom.
So yeah, it's.
That dynamic between him and the dad, and the protectiveness, and what do you really want? What's your intentions? What's your game? What's your gain? I think that side too really resonated, of a dad trying to do everything he can for his daughter, and truly flushing that out, and the back and forth between them with some comedic
Right.
throw-ins.
And what it takes for someone who has a medical condition like that to try to have a normal life, and the support it takes from the family around them for that to even be feasible.
Yeah.
with the ever-growing number of people in our society that have mental health issues and autism-related things that require, sometimes 24/7 familiar support just to live a normal life.
Yeah.
This was kind of my first interaction with something like that in media, and to see it done so deftly with that touch of humor was great. So
Yeah. All right.
there we
That's
go.
my number 5.
Number 5.
Number 4 for you.
Number 4. Let me check the list just to make sure. Okay, good.
He's got a list too, folks.
I am also going to dip into animation. I don't know if you've seen this one. More recent, Leo.
No, but I want to.
You haven't?
I won't. The family has to get together to watch it, and it hasn't. We've been working through other movies and things, and it hasn't. I wanted to watch it before this, actually. I love my family. You guys are awesome.
But
I
come
wanna
on,
watch
people.
it. Get on the program.
Yeah, this another one that really caught me off guard because I was expecting kind of that high PG-13 type of Adam Sandler, but it was billed as a kids movie set in a classroom of I think 4th graders, 5th graders maybe.
Yep.
And he plays this now lifelong iguana in this classroom that's been there since like the 50s, and he's seen every class come and go, and through that he's now learned so much, and he can actually talk. They don't explain it, which is fine.
Sometimes it's better that way.
And with this new set of classmates, they each get to take him home one night over the weekend every other week, and then he imparts his wisdom to help each kid grow, and throughout the story they get to know him, and he becomes the favorite pet after a lifetime of just kind of being in the corner. And he was great. Bill Burr as the turtle in the terrarium with him was hysterical. So again, it was I was expecting, man, this might be fine, this is gonna be a dumb kids movie, and it by the end I teared up a little, and solid 7.3 for me. So
I like it.
highly recommend.
I have a feeling it will probably make its way up on the list once I knowing enough, but I haven't seen it, so I can't rate it.
Okay,
So
there you go.
I like the pick.
Number 4.
Number four for me. Well, mama say them alligators are ornery because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush. Old Bobby Boucher and the Water Boy.
I was surprised to not see this one on your list.
Oh man, no, I watched it once in college, and that was enough.
That was enough.
I just something about the voice, man. It just if I never hear it again, I'll be fine.
David, can we fire up that voice for him?
Hello, my name is Bobby Boucher.
I'm good. So I know that felt like would be a solid 3.5 minute SNL skit. That Adam's like, I can make this a movie. And indeed he did. To some people's great amusement. It didn't land for me. I'm glad it landed for you. I probably will not be watching it again. But tell me what you loved about it.
Now I'm hurt. I don't want to share anything with you anymore. I don't even know you.
I mean, this feels a little
You yucked his yum so hard,
a little
man.
akin to like a Bobby Talladega Nights kind of.
Mama says people that don't like Waterboy
Does Mama say
didn't
that?
get loved enough as a child.
Well, I'll bring that up later with the therapist.
Quotable, fun, stupid, slapstick, Adam Sandler. I don't think the interesting thing with this one is that as I went through the list, it didn't have that same familial value depth for sure. I've just seen it so many times, laughed so many times. I think growing up with sports and some of the... I was a kid that was small, didn't play it, get picked first for a lot of things and overlooked, and just seeing the outcast overlooked guy go out there and run amok on the field. and some of the things that everybody that's ever played a sport would want to do to other people on the field just because they make them angry.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes out and does it in a over-the-top dramatic way. Like getting the ball and then giving it to somebody just so you can chase them down and 2-foot kick them to the chest because you wanted to hit them. Nobody would ever do that. I hope. But for comedic effect, it was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right.
yeah, good ride.
Solid. All right. Number 3.
Mhm. Number 3.
Top 3.
Yes.
Another one, recent. Not sure if you've seen it. Maybe you have. Is Hustle.
I have not. I've not made it into much of the serious Adam Sandler.
Okay. It's another Netflix original.
Yep.
Came out in 2022, I
Yeah,
believe.
it's pretty recent.
Yes.
He plays a scout for the Philadelphia Sixers.
Yep.
76ers. And he's supposed to get promoted to assistant coach, and then through a series of unfortunate events gets demoted again to scout. And the owner's like, you find me a dude and you can be coach again. And so he tries to go find a dude, and everybody knows all the dudes already around the world. He happens to find this street ball player from Spain and coaches him and trains him and works to get him into the draft to give him a shot. And you know, it's against all odds. It's kind of a mix of like Hoosiers and Rocky.
Okay.
But he does a great job. Queen Latifah plays his wife, and it's chef's kiss. They're fantastic together. They have a teenage daughter. She does a great job. Lots of actual NBA players are in the movie. Anthony Edwards from the Timberwolves plays like the arch nemesis on the court of the guy that he's trying to get into the NBA.
That seems like a good role for him. I mean, he's on our team and I love him, but he seems like he could play the arch nemesis pretty well.
Yeah. he did solid. It was if Happy Gilmore 2 was a lot more serious, but had as many cameos, it would be Hustle, with a little bit more of a grounded familial story.
All right.
And Adam did great, so I found it to be enough depth and lighthearted enough that he was able to carry it fantastically, and there are some moments akin to like Uncut Gems without like the grittiness.
That's what I was picking up, was that it had a little more lighthearted that you can go back to. Same kind of performance, but easier to go back to and watch and not feel a little drugged down at the end.
There you go. Hustle.
Right. Well, on the serious side of Adam Sandler movies, this will be my serious entry to the list. Spoiler, the top 2 aren't. Reign Over Me.
Reign Over Me.
Yes.
It was in the discussion as well for me. That's probably 13-ish, maybe. I've only seen it once, and I haven't seen it since then. Since like 2009-ish, maybe. I remember really, really liking it.
Yep.
But I also couldn't tell you anything about it today other than I remember Don Cheadle and him, and Adam Sandler has a hard time interacting with him at first. And that's kind of about my memory. So, go on. Share more, please.
I will. Well, I'll get the lighthearted thing out of there. That's one of the funnest things in that movie is during the movie, Don Cheadle is... Yeah, so they're right. Anyways, butchered his name. Is reading a Marvel comic of Captain America. And he goes to Adam's character and says, I didn't know he had a partner that was black. Fast forward. That's only a handful of years before that actually happened.
What a random Easter egg that surprisingly came true.
Yeah. That was a fun surprise to that film. Because spoilers, I didn't see that film till very recently, because that was one that My wife loves that movie. Insisted that we had seen it before. I was quite certain we hadn't watched it. I hadn't seen it. Have seen it. And incredible emotional ride of a movie. And I think along the lines of what you said of Uncut Gems, how dark, gritty, and hard the topic is. It's not one I'm going to go back to frequently.
Right.
And I think if you went back to it now, I have a feeling that a lot more, because 2009, we're talking pre-kids for you. I think it's going to hit a lot different now. Because the story goes that it's his family was one of the families on one of the planes September 11th. And they're all gone, and he has gone to a place of just, quote unquote, he's living in the world, ignoring any of that even exists. That's the whole thing of the film. And Don Cheadle and him went to college together, and they kind of rekindle. And the only reason he starts having a relationship with him is because he believes that Don's character doesn't. The reason he can connect with him is because that character doesn't know his wife or his kids or have any connection to that. So he can just be old version of him away from that, before that, and the working through the real stages of grief, and how do you show up as a friend, and what does grief look like, and how is somebody supposed to handle that, and what is the PTSD for somebody like that look like, and well, how are they supposed to respond to it? What are they supposed to do? And a lot of the implications of what society puts on how, what, when, and some of the play out of the misunderstanding or ships crossing in the night of individuals grieving and believing it should be grieved in their own way, not recognizing that the other person is grieving. And I think, being that you haven't seen it in so long and you don't remember a lot of it, I don't want to give too much, but I really did enjoy the way they landed the plane on it, because it kind of lands.
No pun intended. Who put a building there?
Well, with that, it does land a little bit like open, unresolved.
Okay.
And I think that actually fits the film really well. But I could see where people could struggle with it a little bit. Because it's not, the end is not wrapped up with a perfect, nice bow on everything. And that's okay. And I think that's part of what made it special, is that it is a real, kind of real to life, what does it look like, and not to just put things in a box.
Mm-hmm.
And I wept way too many times.
I'll have to give it another shot. Put it on the list.
Yeah.
Rain over me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Top 2.
No pressure.
51st Dates. We already talked about it.
Hey,
Hey.
there we go.
There we
So
go.
got 2.
We got 2. Yeah. I mean, we already addressed most of it, but it's just a lovely, lovely little film. So, kind of leave it there.
Little trivia for anyone watching. This is the only of these 10 movies that I'm confident I've seen. So, and I say of these 10, but you don't have a whole lot of overlap between you. So, of all of the movies we've mentioned, I think I've seen parts of Pixels and all of 51st Dates, and it was great. But I had a similar experience with Sandler as your Waterboy experience, where I was like, yeah, I don't need any of that. That's not something I need, and then didn't go back to his movies. And it turns out there's a lot of gems there. But yeah,
Most of them uncut.
Whoa! Callback.
Yes.
But it is kind of interesting looking at your lists of movies and going, haven't seen any of that.
And how different they are.
Mm-hmm.
And if the Waterboy didn't land, there's a couple I could probably recommend you could skip over.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they'd probably do the same thing.
You don't need to mess with the Zohan.
No. And number 2, Billy Madison. You could probably skip that one too, because that might do the same thing for you. I just figured I'd jump right into it because that the voices, the character might not, land.
Mm-hmm.
Shampoo is that?
Again, the basic plot of that one. I've seen it once in college. As he has a rich dad, and he needs to get money, and he has to finish 3rd grade to do so, or something. Is that
So? Dad's getting older. Company's going to be handed off. He never graduated. He's a screw around, drunk fool that sits around all day around the pool doing debaucherous things. And Dad says, you need to, I'm going to give the company to somebody else. And he says, but hey, I'm your kid. And they come up with the deal of go back to school and graduate and prove yourself worthy, and you can have the company.
all right? So it's Tommy Boy if he went to school instead of going on the road to sell auto parts.
So
Yeah.
yeah, when Billy's dad considers making Eric Gordon, whom Billy despises, his new replacement, Billy decides to prove his father he is capable of taking over. He must repeat grade school all over again, 2 weeks per grade, in order to take control of the hotel chain. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to watching it again because I remember having fun with it. The only line I remember is when he's at the trivia contest or the mathlete, whatever. Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most incoherent things that ever been uttered. At no point in your random, meaningless speech did you even come close to anything resembling an answer. May God have mercy on your soul. Thank you. Which has been used other times than that. Is that also the information that could have been used yesterday? Is that what that's from?
It's been quite a while since I've seen it.
Or is that Big Daddy?
I think that's Big Daddy.
Okay.
I haven't seen either of them for quite a while, so
Okay.
yes.
So the trivia for this movie is very funny. During the dodgeball scene, Adam Sandler hit the kids with the dodgeball as hard as he could. The editor had to cut away quickly after each hit to not show the children crying. Adam Sandler said of the title character, "Billy's the closest I've come to playing myself." Norm Macdonald was actually drunk in the scene where his character was wasted.
Yep.
That tracks.
They just had fun with this one, apparently.
Oh, it was just stupid humor left and right. And watched it a ton in my early 20s for sure.
Uh-huh.
One of the few DVDs I had thing and watched it many times. And just a good ride. And calling back to when you say Tommy Boy, Chris Farley's character in that, it's just such a Chris Farley maniac role that, as we talked about, characters that can come in for only a couple scenes and add so much. That was one where his character of just being nuts, take him from SNL, put him in that was his character, just over the top, extreme Chris Farley.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Good time.
Great.
Good ride.
Well, before we announce number one here, we've had 2 overlaps so far. Grown-ups and 51st Dates. And that's for a top 10 list, all on one, actor. It's pretty great, the variety of movies that you guys have come up with. But can there be any doubt what the last movie is that is number one on both of your lists?
I don't think so. You
No.
ready? 3, 2, 1. Happy
Happy
Gilmore.
Gilmore.
Wow, wow,
Who's
wow,
Happy Gilmore?
Wow, 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 wow.
That would have been epic if I had set it up and then you said different names.
Well, folks, we just got played.
Happy Gilmore. Yeah, man. I mean,
You've seen it?
It's probably the Adam Sandler movie I've seen the most. I mean, I would say probably Bedtime Stories is getting close now because my kids watch it and I'm just around when it's on. But I mean, it's probably 10 or 15 times at least now over the course of my life. I love hockey and I love golf and I like Julie Bowen a lot. Oh, yeah. So all three of those are smashed into one movie.
I think that's the thing that made Happy Gilmore 2 hurt, though, is loving her character so much. Played it so well.
Right, and it sounded like she was up for being in it. What else has she got going on right now?
Why?
She's not in Modern Family at the moment.
Why?
Use her.
Come on.
Anyway, we're fine with it.
No. Still bitter. Still fresh.
It was great. As someone who grew up playing hockey and loved that kind of goon brawler mindset and then trying to pigeonhole that into golf, it's eminently quotable. All the characters are so well done. Even the Will Sasso as one of the movers at the beginning.
Oh, gosh.
He's just so good. I would say the only part that I get a little skeezed out about is in the fantasy when the dude in the kiss mask makes out with the grandma. She puts the kiss mask tongue in her mouth. I could have done without that. But
yeah.
Other than that, top to bottom, fantastic. It's on par with like a Monty Python and the Holy Grail in terms of like enjoyment and quotability and going back to it for me. So Happy Gilmore.
Absolutely. Such a good ride. Hey, Happy, how about you? Maybe on the ninth green at 9. Wear something nice.
It's so good. And then, I mean, even the scene when they're in the ice rink and he's like,
talk about your ultimate backfire.
Right. I saw it go in. And then they pan back.
Oh, gosh. The Zamboni
Endless
driver.
Love. The dude is just into it. That guy is his own mini narrative. Like,
and again, talk about somebody who adds something so much so in such a small, his part. So good.
Which, again, is probably why I don't have Happy Gilmore 2 as high, because I have 1. It's such a pinnacle of his filmdom. I was like, even if it's middling, it'll be a pretty solid. And I was kind of let down overall. So I was again, comments online are like, it's not that serious, bro. It's like, it doesn't need to be serious. But knowing what it could have been or was, I was left wanting of what is. So
that's totally fair. And I think we've talked about, and I can't remember the film, one of those other films that have been in our conversation of great film, last 10, 15 minutes, hey, we got to finish this thing up, and it goes ludicrous and doesn't make a ton of sense. Mm-hmm. Which I will say, that was the absurdity of the final match game thing was
snipping the ligament and
so some of that I didn't even mind, but just the chorus and the absurdity was. But there was enough at the beginning, and again, recency bias might put it there.
Yeah. No, I didn't hate it. It wasn't on the same level as obviously as we've talked about with the original. So,
which I think a little bit of that is good to some extent, because to make it so absurd makes you well aware that we're not trying to be the original at all. We're just going to go out here and pay homage and have fun. And we're going to kind of put a distance between that. Because if you tried to make a Happy Gilmore 2 that follows up to it and then fell short, I think that could actually be more detrimental in the heritage of it than just being obscure, just ridiculous and over the top.
I mean, yes and no. I would say, harkening back to a movie like Deadpool and Wolverine, where it's almost pure nostalgia bait. There's cameos left and right. There's references.
Flame on!
There's references to movies back to from like the 90s, all the way through the mid 2010s.
Yes.
And yet it works, and it's a new story, and it. But.
Oh, it could have been done, but I can respect just we're gonna go out here and just get obscene with it.
Yeah. And I was pleasantly surprised with his daughter, his actual daughter, playing his daughter.
Yeah.
She's been in a couple things so far, but this is the one where she impressed me the most for her acting. So that was fun to see. And he just keeps hiding alcohol in everything. I think my favorite was the zucchini. While he's stuffed in the shelves at the store.
That's why the remote doesn't work. Oh, and John Daly is just the living vagabond. Just there. Make sure and feed him 3 times a day.
Take John Daly for a walk.
And he fits that role of character so well.
He was a game, man. He was great.
Mm-hmm.
But there you have it. Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore
is the top for both of us. But there you have it. That's our top 10, as we discussed. Not much overlap, a wide variety in his films that he's offered us. What would you guys say? What was your top 3? What was your favorite? Did we hit any of them? Did we miss? What should we watch? Let us know. But thanks again for joining us here on Hamlet Without Hamlet. We'll see you next time.
Take care, folks.